What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have your normal Wednesday team here today. You have myself, AlphaDog Bets, here with my guy, looking fresh as hell today, JD from Line Movers. JD, how are you today, brother?
What's up, man? I am doing well. So everybody can kind of tell we're not broadcasting again quite the same way, but we are back on X, so that is a good thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, trying to get that done right this second. Get some stuff shared out. But yeah, man, I am doing really well. Not to try to go into the recap yet, but
You can't do that. You know I'll yell at you if you do that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, man, doing well, and really appreciate everybody yesterday that actually came over to the YouTube side of things and actually was in the comment section there. Definitely appreciate y'all, and I see that some of y'all are actually already back here today. So,
yep. And guys, it's a great slate. Baseball starts in what, 5 minutes? We have a day at baseball. J-Bo is back. We knew, JD, we knew. We purposely didn't put the Reds game on there because we knew J-Bo would be here asking for that one early. J-Bo, I know you were in Puerto Rico. Are you back home? How was the trip? We need to hear they made it safely. Well, since you're commenting, we guess can figure that you did make it safely. So glad to hear that. JD, we have a beautiful slate today. How should we do this? Should we do the Reds game first because it's about to start?
Let's go ahead and hit those first three at least, because they all start within like a 10-minute span here.
Let's do it. Let me quickly pull up that Reds game. I'm getting it tweeted out here as well. So let's break this one down. We have the Reds. We have the Nationals. Game starts in 3 minutes, guys. Pitching for the Reds is Nicky Lodolo. Nicky Lodolo was 7-6 on the year with a 3.3 ERA and a 1.08 WHIP. He's been very good this season. On the other side, Michael Soroka, a guy I love to fade personally. If you've watched this show, you know how frequently I like to fade Michael Soroka. He's 3-7 on the year with a 5.1 ERA and a 1.15 WHIP in 72 innings of work. He's allowed 62 hits, 21 walks, and 10 dingers. All that being said, JD, first game of the day. It's about to start. Do you have any action on this one?
Yeah, I actually do here on this one. Reds. I am actually all over the Reds here. They are trying to not get swept, which is obviously an actual angle we like, but it's definitely more than that. As far as Soroka goes, just actually like you said, that's somebody I'm trying to fade. Yeah. The Nats, they just have not been winning his games. Like we said, we didn't plan on really going in over this one, so I don't have the numbers up in front of me. But I think they've lost like 6 or 7 of his last starts. Yep. Yeah, I'm just going to fade him, and I'm going to fade this Nationals bullpen, which is the worst in the league. So
I can understand why you're doing that, and I'll speak quickly here because the game is about to start. I am on the Reds in this spot. JD, I'm with you 1,000%. It is on my VIP card. I do think it's a big spot for the Reds here, and I think they will have a big performance. Over to the comments quickly. The boys are here filling up the room early. We appreciate it. J-Bo giving games. As always, we appreciate you. He went to Mariners, Brewers too. Stetsy Boy is here. Footy, the old man who couldn't figure out how to comment on YouTube yesterday, has figured his way back here and has figured out how to comment on today's show. We appreciate everyone as always. And our guy Joe is here. Joe, we appreciate you as well. All right, we're going to quickly move on to the second game we want to break down today. And no one's asked us actually for any of the other early ones for now. So, JD, should we get into our regular scheduled games?
Yeah, I'll just go over something really quick.
Okay.
Padres and the Marlins game. That starts, I believe, at 12:10. So just a few minutes away here. The Marlins, they have Sandy on the bump. He just has to be an automatic fade. This guy just keeps giving up runs. I'm on a system play, if you actually want to call it that, but I'm on the Padres' first 5, team total over 2.5. I was surprised that actually I was able to lock that in at plus 115. So I definitely think there is some value there.
I do as well. So I missed the boat on this one. I did miss the early line here, so I'm not going to play it currently at the minus 160. The line is just rising and rising. Or I'm sorry, it's at a minus 150 now. I don't mind it if you can get it under minus 150. I think the Padres have a big performance. It's just difficult right now to back Dylan Cease. You guys know what I'm talking about that. He's 3-9 on the year with a 4.75 ERA and a 1.3 WHIP. This was supposed to be their guy. This was supposed to be the guy when the Padres put him on the bump. You knew he was going to go out there and put up a big performance. Unfortunately, he just hasn't been that guy so far this season. He's really regressed. He has looked like a pretty, what's the right way to put this without sounding like an asshole, JD? He's looked like shit. He's looked dog shit. You guys know what we say on this show. He's been dog shit, and there's no other way to put it. So for me, I definitely do like the Padres in the spot. It's just a little nervy with Cease on the bump, but Alcantara to me is even worse than what Cease has been. So I would definitely prefer the Padres side on this one here. All right, JD, you ready to move on to our first scheduled game of the day?
Let's do it.
Let's get it, bro. First game we're going to be breaking down is going to be the Astros taking on the D-Bags. Guys, this game starts at 3:40 Eastern time, is the first pitch. And before we get into this game, very happy. Wow, JD, we didn't do a recap. I just realized that. We went right into the games because we didn't want to miss any early games. So I'll quickly talk about this Astros game from yesterday. I hope you guys did tail it. It was my play of the day. It was my free play of the day as well. I said we needed a big performance from Framber Valdez. We got a big performance from Framber Valdez. It was a very good game, to be honest with you. It went pretty late as a 1-0 game for the D-backs, but the Astros were able to get to the bullpen and get a big win there. JD, before I get into this game specifically, anything you want to talk about from your recap yesterday? Because I know you've been on fire this whole week.
Yeah, man. Like it was another good day, man. Picked up a 5-unit day. So that means on the week I'm up a little over 18 now. So definitely a hot start to the week, and today I have a big slate, so looking to keep that going.
Yeah, we're definitely looking to keep that going, JD, and I had a couple. We've won 5 straight free plays for the AlphaDog team. We have 2 more that are currently posted, so check out my Twitter if you guys want those. One game starts in 30 minutes, and then we have a parlay that is starting in just about an hour. So if you guys are interested in that, go pull that up. Back to this game, JD. Pitching for the Astros is Brandon Walter. Brandon Walter is 1-3 on the year with a 3.6 ERA. On the other side, we have our guy, Brandon PFAT, however the hell you want to say his name. He's 10-6 on the year with a 4.82 ERA and a 1.25 whip. All that being said, JD, the D-backs are coming in as a -125 favorite. Do you think they should be the favorite here when the Astros have been playing some good baseball? What are your thoughts?
This one was really interesting, and this one so far has just missed my card. So I'm definitely ready to talk this out with you. Because on the mound, for the Diamondbacks, we have our guy PFAT. He's been somebody, that we have been looking to fade.
Yep.
But I do have to say, his past few starts, he's actually been looking pretty good. That still hasn't changed my mind. I'm not just totally switching up things here, but he has been looking pretty good, though.
Yeah, you can't jump off the fade the PFAT train. JD, we've been riding it so hard this whole year. We can't just jump off the ship at this point.
And then for the Astros, you have actually Walter on the mound, and he's been pitching really well. He had that start actually at Coors Field. And actually, if you take out that start, which, I mean, you really should, his actual numbers this season would be great.
Yeah.
Really good. It's one of those spots where the Diamondbacks are trying to not get swept here. It's very hard for me to have them favored, though.
Yeah.
That's what I just don't get it here. That's the only reason, that I can really come up with. So it would be the Astros or either actually pass here. This is one of those, just like I said, I still have not bet this yet, but the Astros side is definitely where I would strongly lean to.
Yeah, see, this one didn't make my card, JD. I also was very close, but I was actually close to taking the D-backs in this spot, to be honest with you. So okay. PFOT, who I just said, we don't want to get off the train of fading him, but at home, this guy's been very good. He's 6-3 on the year with a 3.7 ERA. I'm a big fan of taking teams to avoid a sweep as well. I do think that the D-backs need to get a win here. Well, honestly, it's a really big week for this D-backs team. Their general manager did state that they weren't sure if they were going to sell yet. I think that's just a negotiation tactic. I think they are definitely going to be trading Gino Suarez and a couple other pieces. Zach Gallen was a guy they were dangling around to different teams, but I don't think anyone wants him. He's been very lousy this year. It's very similar to Sandy Alcantara with the Marlins we just spoke about. It's tough right now because what is the mentality of this Diamondbacks team? Realistically, they know they're probably going to be sellers. How are these guys going to perform? Are they going to play well, knowing that they may get dealt to a contender? They might, or they're going to play lousy because they don't know what's going to happen with their future. Do they have kids? They have to worry about maybe uprooting them out of school and going somewhere else and moving the family. There's a lot that goes on in this week, guys. We're exactly a week from the MLB trade deadline. So you have to watch these kind of stories. For me, I was very close to betting the D-backs in the spot, but with so many uncertainties around this team right now, I just can't take them. On the other side, I don't feel comfortable backing Brandon Walter on the road. He's not exactly a bad pitcher, but he has yet to win a game when he starts on the road. He has a 5 ERA on the road. His ERA jumps almost 2 full runs when he is on the road. So for me, it's going to be a stay-away game, but I do have a strong lean on the D-backs. It was the first play that didn't make my card, or the last play that didn't make my card. However you want to word it, that is how I approach it. So for me, no play there, JD. All right. Let's go over the comments. Quickly, Benjamin is here saying, yo, we appreciate you tuning in as always. Benjamin, Monzy Man is here. Good morning, brother. Our guy Brucey is here wondering about the Dodgers team total. I don't think that's a game on our schedule today. So, JD, we can talk about that at the end. Jimmy is saying, great call on the Burns K-prop. Great call on the Burns K-prop. Not great call backing Burns yesterday. But he did get the strikeouts. We knew he was going to produce some strikeouts there. So if you did cash that, well done to you. Jabo is asking us quickly, do the Braves cover minus 0.5 first 5 against the Giants? JD, you're the Braves guy. That game is starting soon, so I feel like we should talk about that now so that people can get a chance to get their bets in on that before it does start. And that game is at 12:15, so they got 4 minutes, JD. Pitching for the Giants is going to be Justin Verlander. He's 0-8 on the year with a 5 ERA. Justin Verlander, 0-8 on the year, 5 ERA. He's been dog shit. On the other side, JD's favorite player in the world, Spencer Strider, 4-7 on the year with a 3.59 ERA. I'm going to let it out now, guys. I'll go quickly. My parlay of the day already has the Braves in it. It's the Braves and the Mets, both on the money line at plus 155. I posted it on X, on Twitter, whatever the hell you call the app that we all love so much. I posted it there about 45 minutes ago. So I'm on the Braves. I do think they cover the first 5 as well. Verlander's been a guy I've faded all year long, and I will continue to do so. JD, over to you.
Yeah, this is definitely a Verlander fade, except I'm going about it a little different way. Give me the Braves first 5, team total over 2.5 runs.
Love it. I think they'll definitely cover that. I think they'll be able to score some runs today. We are big on the Braves. Sorry for a little bit of a quick breakdown there, but the game starts in 3 minutes. We just want to get you guys the plays that we're already on, so you guys can tail them, fade them, whatever the hell you want to do, as long as you're here rocking with us. That's all we care about, so we appreciate you guys. All right, JD. Quick breakdown there. That was impressive. Let's keep it moving. Next we have are the Brewers and the Mariners. And JD, we were talking about this game from last night before we got on the air, just chatting about the slate last night. Hell of a game. Hell of a game. Didn't fall our way. We were personally on the Brewers last night, but what a game it was. Today's matchup, we have Quinn Priester pitching for the Brewers. He's 8-2 on the year with a 3.3 ERA. On the other side, for the M's, we have Luis Castillo. Castillo is 7-5 with a 3.21 ERA. Great pitching matchup here, JD, but the total seems a little low. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, man. Just actually, like you were saying, though, first off, man, last night's game, like if you're just a real baseball fan, that was one hell of a baseball game.
It really was.
So today, I definitely don't think we see that same type of game, but it should be another really good game, though.
Yeah.
As far as the Brewers, I mean, like they're still hot. Actually, like, did they lose? Yes, that was their first loss in 12 games. So yeah.
I know you're laughing because Jabo, at least once a show, Jabo put something in here that we have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Jabo, you know we love you, but what does under thunder mean? Please break that down for us.
Back
to you, JD.
No, I'm not even going to say what that sounds like. Give me 1 second. I
could talk here. So this one's an interesting one, guys, because the total seems a little off for me. It's currently at 7.5. And I know these guys have been good pitchers this year, but 7.5 is a very low number. Castillo's not the same Castillo we know from a few years ago. Let's just be honest here. Remember when he was kind of the prize pitching when he was on the Reds? Everyone wanted him. There were all these teams involved in trying to acquire him. The Mariners won the sweepstakes. They brought Luis Castillo over. And he's been good. Like, is that the best way to put it, JD? He's been good. He hasn't been great. He hasn't been an elite picture. And Joe, I'm not going to bring that on stage, but I see what you're. Oh, JD, we can't even say that anymore because on the bottom right. So this will be interesting. We're getting the kinks worked out here. But JD, I'm going to kick it back over to you. I didn't give out my play in this game, but as I was alluding to, I do think this total is a little low for what this is going to play out to be. What do you think?
Yeah, as far as the Brewers here, guys, they are still playing really well. And
love it, J-Bo. Love it. Now we know, too. We're in with you. We'll get it. We will remember this going forward.
Yes. We will definitely be talking about the
Under Thunder.
Under Thunder from now
Under
on.
Thunder. Okay, we like that.
But yeah, man, this game, as far as the Brewers, I am still trying to back them here. I don't think they should be this. This should be a 50-50 game at like worst.
I concur.
I actually locked it in at plus 116. I'm not sure exactly where it is now, but it should be somewhere around there. I want to make this very clear. I am not a Quinn Priester guy. He is not my favorite guy to back. But with saying that, the Brewers win his starts, and there's something to be said about that. And last time out, that was his Dodgers game, and man, he pitched lights out. He pitched six.
Brother, I get this guy wrong. Nobody has made me look like more of an idiot than Quinn Priester this year. I know you said you like to fade him or not fade him, but find spots and potentially you don't love him either. He has made both of us look like such assholes all season long. I have to put that in there. I just can't get this guy right.
Yeah, he has. But yeah, I believe he struck out 10. I mean, he had a great game. And like I said, this comes down to the Brewers. I'm going to keep riding them. This is one of those spots where normally it would be like the Brewers, I've actually been like riding them, so they have to lose twice for me to jump off of them. But for this one, I really don't even have to say that because as far as value on my number, I am showing value on them also. So for me, this was a really easy play.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do think the Brewers are the right play here. They did not make my VIP card. This would be the second play I would say that did not get it that I liked, but I definitely had a very strong lean on the Brewers here, as well as I like the over as well. No official play for me, but I do like those two angles on this game. JD, you might have heard me just cackle like an idiot a second ago, and it was only because to say to you one thing, to you specifically.
Okay.
Yesterday, we talked about the Cardinals game a little bit before it started. And you said there was a player on the Cardinals that you absolutely thought was terrible. Do you remember who that was?
Player on the Cardinals?
He may or may not have been the starting pitcher yesterday.
Who the hell started yesterday?
Initials EF. Eric Fetty. You said, me and you were talking about the game, and you were like, man, this guy is awful. I hate Fetty. He's a guy I love to fade. Well, you said that yesterday, and the Cardinals must agree with you because Eric Fetty has been released by the Cardinals just as of right now. So I did laugh because yesterday we talked about this, me and you literally said, man, this is a guy I love to fade. He's terrible. Well, the next day, the Cardinals have DFA'd him. So news from the Cardinals there, Eric Fetty is off the team as of now. All right, JD, let's go back over to the slate that we have, and we have two more games that we have scheduled to go over. But as always, guys, drop your comments in the chat. You know we cover every single game you guys want us to go over. So if there's any additional games we have not spoken about or we're not planning to speak about, drop them in the comments. We will go over every single one. J-Bo, that's our next game. We do have that covered, so don't worry. We will be talking about the Yankees. Would it be across the board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics, if we didn't talk about A, the Blue Jays, or B, the Yankees? They're playing each other. So you know we had to leave that for the matinee final game we're going to break down today. But, JD, we're about going back over to the next game we have scheduled, which is going to be the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Pitching for the Orioles is Zach Eflin. Eflin is 6-5 on the year with a 5.95 ERA. On the other side, for the Gardos, we have Slade Ciccone. Ciccone is 5-4 with a 3.84 ERA. JD, I believe you have a play on this game, so I'm going to kick it over to you. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, man. So I'm seeing a lot of people today are like thinking like this is some type of trap line or actually something like that. Because as far as Cleveland's been hot. They've been winning games. Their bats
are so annoying because they were about to sell. And how long have I said I wanted my Yankees to go out, maybe get Emmanuel Clase, maybe get Jose Ramirez, maybe pick Steven Kwan out of that outfield. Now it looks like they're going to hold on to everyone and then blow it anyway down the season. But I digress.
Yep. And I mean, they're 8-2. Their actual last 10 games, and then you have the O's. They have not been playing well. But sorry, it's, specifically the Cleveland Bats have finally woke up, and we've talked about it almost the whole season about how bad that this offense was. These Bats have finally woken up though, and everybody's like -125. That has to be a trap line. Well, it's not a trap line because they have freaking Slade on the damn mound, and this dude fucking sucks. We talk about it all the time. It's not a trap line because he can get hit by freaking anybody. Yeah. But guess what? The Guardians, I am actually on them at -125 because on the other side we have Zach Eflin, who sucks even worse.
He's horrible. He is. I will say, JD, I'm very proud of the two of us. All year long, we have said that Eflin, not only Eflin, but the Orioles were going to be absolute fades this year. And I love when we're right. I just love when we're right.
Definitely. This is one of those, I mean, Eflin just, he's been having bad start after bad start. I believe his ERA now is up to 5.95. Has a whip of 1.44. But to cap it off, against lefties hit him very well. And guess what this Guardians lineup has? It has lefties. So I am definitely thinking that they can put up runs to a night. I'm thinking that this could definitely be a higher scoring game. But I'm going to ride with the hot team here, with the hot bats. So give me the Guardians.
The Gardos, I respect it. If I were to take anyone here, it would be the Gardos. You know how I feel about this Orioles team on the road, and you know how I feel about them overall. They are an absolute fade. Like I said in the intro here, very frustrating what Cleveland's doing. Also, what Detroit is doing is kind of helping Cleveland make their decision. The fact that they're now only 10 games back, which I know, they're still 10 games back. That's a lot of games. But you can see them. You know what I mean by that, JD? They could see where they have to get to. They're winning games. They're playing better baseball. Good for them. I think they win again today. Give me the Gardos at the -130. It's the current line I have. I think they're going to have a big performance. And JD, you're right. Backing Ciccone, Sassoni, however the hell you say his name, is scary. But you know what's not scary? Fading Zach Eflin, being on the other side of Zach Eflin. That has done very well for me this year, and I'm going to continue to play that. Give me the Gardos on the money line at a -130. All right, boys. We all know why everyone's here. It's for this game. The New York Yankees taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Pitching for the New York Yankees is JD's guy. This is probably the first time in a week where I've called someone JD's guy who's actually your guy. We have Max Fried on the bump, 11-3, 2.43 ERA, 1.01 whip, going up against the ageless wonder, Chris Bassett. Chris Bassett's 10-4 with a 3.89 ERA and a 1.36 whip. JD, does it scare you that Max Fried's coming off a blister? Does it scare you that in his last outing he got pulled after, I believe, the first or second inning, had that blister issue, missed the All-Star game, and now this is his first game back since the blister? Does that give you any hesitation in this one? What are your thoughts?
Yes, but not just because of that, but his last few starts he was actually getting hit and was actually giving up runs. It wasn't anything like crazy bad. But he was giving up 4, 3, 3.
Do you think that was because of the blister, though? Because we all understand what a blister is. He's had to have had that for like a month, and it's just slowly gotten worse to the point where they're like, "We're going to pull you." Because let's be honest here, a lot of pitchers in baseball get blisters. It just depends where you get it on your hand to where if it's going to impact your pitching or not. It clearly had a major impact on Max Fried. Do you think that it's only been like a week? Do you think that it's potentially better? Because, with personal experience on the blister from playing, it could take a couple weeks to fully get better from this. And we could see Max Fried go out there, throw 2-3 innings and get pulled again. Then they could have to put him on the 30-day IL or a 15-day IL. Any hesitation with that or any other angle you're looking to play because of Max Fried?
Yes, it actually does. And that's the only reason why actually I have not bet this. Because normally, like if I know that we were getting Fried and he was good to go, definitely. At actually this price versus Blue Jays team with actually Bassett on the mound, yes, this is a cheap price. Yeah. But I think it's a cheap price for that reason. Because we just aren't. Well, I
was going to say, wait, the Blue Jays are 5-1 against the Yanks this year, so that's definitely playing into this line, though.
definitely. But I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, I would have to think that the Yankees wouldn't be tossing him out there if he wasn't ready to go.
You would hope, you would so hope, but
Right.
it's the New York fucking Yankees, JD. Let me tell you something. I'm a 33-year-old. I can tell you for the longest time that they would do something this stupid, and they've done stuff this stupid historically. So take that as it is.
But you have Bassett on the other side, and you want to talk about a start that actually pissed me off. Because we've talked about this, we are real baseball fans. Like baseball, there's a lot of bets made. You're gonna lose a lot of bets. I mean, it's just part of the game here. But his last start versus the Giants, I needed the Giants to score runs. Somehow Bassett gave up 10 hits with 0 earned runs.
I was on the Blue Jays that game. What a game. We were having opposite emotions during that game. I can tell you right now.
Like, that was so nuts to me. It's like, how in just a 5 or 6 inning stretch, how are you giving up 10 hits and you don't give up? I mean, that's hard to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, as far as Bassett is still somebody who I'm not really trying to actually back. Tommy Pham Judge.
All righty,
that's
buddy.
probably close. If you just throw in, like a draft pick.
The senile old man is just shouting at the wall or something. I don't know what Footy's talking about, but sure.
But anyway, man, yeah, I'm saying all of this crap just to say I don't have a player.
Well, I do. Good news for you, JD. I
Awesome.
do, and I am back in the Yankees and Max Fried. So all reports are indicating that his finger has healed, the finger that does have the blister. If Max Fried is able to go, if he's even 85%, 80 to 85%, the Yankees should do enough to be able to get to Chris Bassett. The one thing that worries me is that Chris Bassett has not taken a loss this season at home. He's 7-0 at home with a 2.5 ERA. But he's going up, in my opinion, with a top 5 pitcher in the AL. I'm not going to say he's one of the top guys. He's not Tariq Skubal. He's not in that echelon. But he's up there. He's a very, very good top-tier starter. So for me, I think we're getting a good price because of the questions with the blister. I've done a ton of research this morning. It does appear that everything has healed in the way they were looking it to heal, and I think that will give the Yankees a boost, and I think this offense should be able to continue to hit the ball a little bit. They should have a good lineup in there today, and the Yankees hit righties better than they do lefties. Bassett is a righty who does not throw heat. He throws low 90s. So I do think the Yankees should be able to get to him today. And this Yankees roster has seen Chris Bassett 9,000 times. These two teams have seen each other 1,000 times. But the good news for the Yankees and Max Fried is Max Fried was in the NL before this year. Not a lot of guys on the Blue Jays have faced Max Fried a ton in their career. They've seen him, but not as much as you would think when it's two AL East rivals like this. Not as much as the Yankees have seen Chris Bassett over the years. So, like I said, I think the Yankees love big performance. This has made my VIP card. It is going to be a big Yankees win at the -140, and that's exactly what we are playing. Footy, that's in the plans. That's in the plans. Footy, you know me. Every trade deadline, you text me with some meme saying I'm way too into it and posting too many retweets of too many trades. Yeah. I'm all about the trade deadline. And Footy, you're not going to like what I'm going to say to this. But guess what, Pop? Better be shopping on Yankees.com if you want a Mitch Keller jersey, because my bold prediction is the Yankees end up with Cabrian Hayes at third base, and I do think they will also get Mitch Keller in the same deal. That's what I think the Yankees will do. I am no longer think the Yankees are ready to get Gino Suarez from the D-backs. He doesn't play good enough defense. The Yankees value getting a defensive player first, and Cabrian Hayes is a much better defensive player and will be significantly cheaper, and the Yankees can get Mitch Keller. So I do think that is where Mitch will end up at the trade deadline. J-Bo, I know you're out there. Anyone out there? We have finished our scheduled games for the day. If you guys want us to talk about any other games, we will. Just put them in the chat. But we'll do our best bets. And like I said, after best bets, if you guys want us to cover any other games, we're more than happy to jump back in and cover a game. But JD?
Yeah, you know what? I actually just thought of this. And as far as Fried, I'm definitely ready to see how he looks over his next couple starts, because we talked about it at the beginning of the season. I mean, I am a Max Fried guy. I'm a huge Max Fried fan. And actually, we talked about it at the beginning of the season because he started so well, and that's not like him. He normally does not start well, and it actually takes him time to really get going. So the fact that he started out so well, I'm kind of wondering how that's gonna go here. So I actually really think that his next 2 to 3 starts is really going to tell us that. I actually like a lot here. So.
I would agree. Also, J-Bo, we'll actually, before we get into best bets, we'll talk Phillies Red Sox. Happy to talk about that game. But JD, I do want to bring up there we have our first run of the day in the early slate. What pitcher of the 3 games we talked about, the Reds versus the Nationals, the Padres versus the Marlins, and the Giants versus the Braves, what team do you think has the first run of the day and they still have 2 guys in scoring position? What pitcher scared me the most today in the early slate?
Cease.
Dylan Cease getting rocked early by the Marlins in the first inning. A tale as old as time, JD. That was so freaking predictable. So predictable. Unbelievable. All right, so Phillies Red Sox, and we'll cover the Rays game for Benjamin, then we'll get into best bets. How's that, everybody? Let's get into Phillies. Let's get into – oh, I hit the wrong one. Who's Spencer? Spencer Adams and Black and Gold. We'll have to see what happens. Shut up, footy. All right, Phillies Red Sox. Let's break this one down. Pitching for the Red Sox is Lucas Giolito. Lucas Giolito is 6-2 with a 3.59 ERA. On the other side, we have JD's guy, Jesus. Jesus Luzardo is on the bump for the Phillies. He's 8-5 with a 4.29 ERA. So, to let everybody know, I've been riding this Phillies team all series long. They have won the first 2 games. I took them in parlays both days. We cashed both there. JD, you can get the Phillies at a minus 150 today. You know, that's my max I play on a straight bet. What do you think you're taking in this game? And what do you think I'm taking in this one? Stetsy Boy giving us a little update. Cease has gotten out of the jam. Only 1 run allowed. And J-Bo, exactly how I felt when I looked at the score. The exact emoji you made, both of them, is exactly how I felt. But over to you, JD. We got the Phillies. We got the Sox. What do you got?
Yeah, pulling up my number right here. Because I didn't dive deep into this one, and now I remember why. Because I think this game is priced extremely well. I do have the Phillies favorite here. A little bit over what it is. I have them at actually minus 155.
J-Bo, this is correct, by the way. That is exactly why I do it. You are absolutely correct.
Yes.
He's absolutely correct. That's a whole part of the joke.
Yes, definitely. So, yeah, I mean, as far as the Phillies here, that would be the only way that I personally could go. As far as Giolito goes, he's actually been pitching well. I mean, he's
unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, he started out. It's kind of wild, like just how bad he actually was to start out.
So true. So true.
Then how well he's actually been pitching. I mean, that like change is so drastic.
Yep.
You know, the Red Sox to me they've become one of those tricky teams that I can't seem to get right. So for me, like I said, I think the Phillies would have to be the side here. I just think it's priced well. So
I'm on the Phillies. It has made my VIP card. I think the Phillies are going to have a big performance here. Guys, one quick thing to talk about with this Red Sox team. Since the All-Star break, they are 1-4. They have not looked good in these games. While they are 1-4, their offense has not been getting going at all. Their pitching has been good, but their bats have been beyond dead. So if their bats aren't hitting and they've gotten good pitching, I expect that to kind of continue here, and that's not going to be enough to beat this Phillies team. The Phillies are an absolute unit at home. They're 33-18 at home, one of the top 5 teams at home this season. The Phillies are only 58-43, guys, but they're 15 games above 500 at home. What does that tell you? That tells you that they're a 500 ball club exactly on the road and a 15-game above 500 team at home. Another thing, what does that tell you? You take the Phillies when they're at home right now. It was similar to the Mets in the first part of the year. They have just been so dominant at home. Then you take a look at the Red Sox. The Red Sox are 54-49, 5 games above 500, right? They're 22-29 in the road. They're 7 games below 500 on the road. What does that tell you? Don't fucking bet the Red Sox on the road. You can only bet them at home, which makes a lot of sense because they have a lot of young players. That's exactly what happens with a team that is built like the Red Sox. So in this spot, I'm all over the Phillies at the minus 150. It is on my VIP card, and I do think the Phillies produce a big winner for us tonight. All right, JD, we had one more game we requested. That was the Tampa Bay Rays game versus Chicago White Sox. So we will go over that as our final game of the day. Pitching for the White Sox is Jonathan Cannon. Jonathan Cannon is 4-7 on the year with a 4.18 ERA. On the other side, for the Rays, We got JD's guy, Taj Bradley. He is a guy that both of us like to fade. We've talked about it quite frequently, but he's gotten better as the year has gone on, to be honest with you. He's 6-6 with a 4.35 ERA and a 1.24 whip. All that being said, JD, what do you like in the Rays White Sox tonight?
Yeah, this is a game that actually just missed my card. I wanted to bet
We've said that a lot today. We've said that. Me and you have both. Both of us have said it a lot.
And what's crazy, I had games that just missed my card, and I still have a 6-play card.
I also have a 6-play card with a parlay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Today, I really liked a lot of stuff. This is one of those games where I think both teams put up runs. As far as Taj Bradley, like you said, he has gotten better. Still at home in this minor league ballpark is a place I do not want to back him, though. Then to add on to that, it's going to be hot and especially really humid to a night.
And storming. Hot and humid leads to Florida storms. If you guys have ever been to Florida, you know that in the July and August months, every day the sky's open. You get a mini thunderstorm. When it's as humid as it is today, expect delays in this game.
Yeah. So the only way that I could play this would be the over, but like I said, it's just the number for me is not quite right.
So you guys know I like to do a daily parlay of the day, right? And I like to look at teams that are maybe in the range of what the Rays are today, the minus 190 to minus 210, that kind of range to be a parlay piece. It's not a parlay piece today. They did not make my parlay of the day. I posted my parlay of the day for free. It was the Mets and the Braves. I debated putting the Rays in there, but I just wasn't comfortable backing Taj Bradley at home, everything that JD just said, and I wasn't particularly close to putting this in any parlay today. So take that as you would. I just think there's no value on the Rays minus 210 today. They may get it done. Sure, they could help some parlays, but for me, I just don't see it with Taj Bradley on the bump. I think the White Sox could be able to get a couple runs off him, and this could be a letdown spot for the Rays. So no play for me. The series is 1-1. Winner who wins this one wins the series. I do think the Rays probably end up winning, but not at the minus 210 price. I'm not going to be playing that. All right, JD. We've talked a lot today. It's about time we do what we do on this show, and we go into our best bets for today, Wednesday, July 23rd. JD, how many you got for the people today?
Well, I'm going to go with one because I've already given you out a bunch of bets that are just started now, and I really don't have too many other games. Let's see here. Let's go with the Brewers. Give me actually them on the money line. You can get them currently. You can still get a plus 115. Which I think is a great price. I do think they should be a small favorite here. So, yeah, give me the Brewers at plus 115.
What else? What else you got?
That's it, man.
All right, fine. Well, the next question is for you. We have a big MLS All-Star game today. And if anyone knows anything about JD, big MLS better. I'm so kidding. Please do not bet the MLS All-Star game. Footy, give us something. Footy, if you have something, we'll put it on the screen, but do not bet the MLS All-Star game. Come on, guys. There's plenty of other things that we could be betting on today. I'll go over my best bets next. I'm going to pull up my VIP card. I'll give three.
Damn. Okay.
Three. Fuck it. Phillies, money line, minus 150. Royals, money line, plus 150. We got a minus 150. We got a plus 150. Third one. I was trying to look and see if I had a Yankee gear near me, but I don't. It's the New York Yankees to defeat. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Are we back? Can you guys tell these spam callers not to call me during the 12 o'clock show? Just tell the spam calls to not call my phone because it's going to fuck up the stream every time. Where did I leave off? Did I give out my final bet? Did the Royals money line plus 145 go through? And then the Yankees money line came through at minus 140 as well. There we go. Sorry about the crazy ending, everybody. I will yell at whoever that is later. But, boys, it's been a good show, JD. We still have 1,100 people rocking with us right now. Anything you want to say to the people before we get the fuck out of here today?
Yeah, guys, it was a good show. We'll be back as far as the broadcasting goes. We'll be back to normal very soon.
Yep.
We had something happen that we had no control over.
Nothing we can do. Something happened to somebody else that affects the way we have to go live. But they are getting that corrected, which I know you guys don't want to see my profile having the show. This is a MoneyBall Metrics show, so it will be back on the parent home network very soon.
But yeah, just to finish up that thought, but to everybody that jumped over to actually especially like YouTube though, we really appreciate that. The viewership on actually YouTube, the likes and the comments there actually do help us out more. So
Tremendously.
If actually you would like to help us out, definitely go over to YouTube and just show love there. Like I said, that helps us out so much.
Yep.
But yeah, besides that, let's just stay hot. This week started off great. Let's just keep it going and let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win. Let's do what we do, JD, and let's have another big performance. We'll be back, as JD said, tomorrow. Same time, same place. Peace out, everybody. Go subscribe to the YouTube. Peace out.